What Ray's going to do is get his hands set to about shoulder width apart. And if you notice, he has his fingers spread nice and wide. So anytime we go upside down and we have our hands on the ground trying to balance our body weight, our hands now have become just like our feet. So we've got to be able to use our fingertips to help grip the floor and help develop good weight distribution across the palm and out into the fingertips. So what we're going for is keeping the weight right over the middle of the palm, but our fingers are there in case we start to lose our balance and go a little bit too far forward. They're there to help grab the ground and push ourselves back over the center where we want to be.
Keeping mindful to keep those elbows extended. Now, if she were in a plank position, or even now, if she were to bend her elbows, she may go falling onto her face, but she's strong, so she's not gonna fall. But if you're upside down, if you bend your elbows, you for sure cannot support that system very well with bent elbows. So really, really important, keep those elbows locked out, whether you're in a plank position or upside down, that will save your life.
Okay, so what we're going for is an open shoulder position here. So we don't want any angle of the shoulder happening, any closed angle. We want to try and really fight to get that shoulder all the way open.
What tends to happen with some athletes is they'll pick their ribs up and flare them out to get their hands overhead. Can you show them what that looks like? So now she's overextended in this position. Now there's a lot of load. If we were to load this, there'd be a lot of load on her lower back, which is no bueno. What I want Nicole to do is when I say contract your core, I want her to squeeze her abs so that her ribs come down, and now we have a nice straight line from her fingertips all the way down. So when we say core, this is what we're talking about here. We want to make sure the middle piece here is nice and in line and everything is together. Again, the shoulder flexibility is going to affect this position. This is what we want, ideally. This is what we want it to look like.
We have been working on making sure that our hands are shoulder width, arm is locked out. Okay, so no bend at the elbow, shoulder and scap stay active. And then we talked about our core, so making sure that we keep a nice, tight, solid core, belly button pulled in, and then we work down into making sure that our glutes stay tight as well. That is all connected. A lot of times you'll see legs bent, feet apart. What that means is we're not staying as tight as possible, so we're gonna feel a lot heavier than we actually are. So when we're in our handstand, we wanna get our legs locked out at the knee, a nice open hip with that tailbone tucked under. From there, we're gonna extend out through the foot, all the way out through the toe. So what I'm gonna have Ray do is bring one leg up, and he's going to extend from his hip out through his toe here as he points his foot. There's a big difference here when his foot is pointed and leg is straight, as opposed to if his knee was bent and he just had a floppy foot on the end of his leg. There's no tension here. This is gonna be much harder to control and you're gonna feel that much heavier. So make sure that that leg stays all the way locked out and we've got a good, nice tight toe point.